Every office in the church is a priesthood office, and all authority in the church is priesthood authority. Peter, president of the Church of Jesus Christ in his dispensation, described the church as a spiritual house and a holy priesthood. The Lord told Moses at the beginning of the Exodus that Israel was to be a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. A kingdom of priests means two things. First, everyone in the kingdom is a priesthood holding authority from God, including females. And second, the governance of the kingdom is a priesthood governance. Priesthood must be given by God by prophecy to a man or woman by those who are in authority and by the laying on of hands. It is only then that he or she may preach the gospel and administer in the ordinances thereof. When a member of the church is called and set apart to preach the gospel and administer the ordinances, he or she receives what is called a priesthood office. Priesthood authority is defined by office, each of which has specific authorities, duties, and limitations. The offices of the priesthood are limited in number and were specified by the Lord in a revelation to Joseph Smith. The Melchizedek priesthood holds the right of presidency over the church, an authority it has had in all dispensations. Within the ecclesiastical form of the Melchizedek priesthood, there are two offices, high priest and elder. The office of bishop is a lineal office, not an ecclesiastical office. The right to the bishopric belongs to the seed of Aaron, but can be filled by a high priest when the need arises. The Lord protects the rights of Aaron and his seed to the office of bishop jealously. The office must be given to a literal descendant of Aaron when he can be found. This assumes and requires that a search for a literal descendant of Aaron be made in the first place. The church does not have the right to install a non-descendant of Aaron without first making a concerted effort to find a man with a legal right to hold the office. Of course, since all men must be called by prophecy, the effort to find a literal descendant should include inquiry of the Lord and receiving a revelation on the matter. If there is a literal descendant to be found, the Lord will know and will reveal. If there is no literal descendant to be found, the Lord specified a protocol to fill the bishopric. A high priest may act in the office of bishop, but only under the authority of the presidency of the Melchizedek priesthood, otherwise known as the First Presidency. Only the First Presidency has the authority to call, ordain, and set apart a high priest to the office of bishop. The requirement has been changed by the modern church. Literal descendants of Aaron are no longer actively sought after, and high priests are ordained to the bishopric as a matter of course. While the First Presidency, along with the Quorum of the 12, approves candidates to become bishops, they do not personally call, ordain, or set apart high priests to the office as the Lord commanded. The Church provides no explanation for the change in protocol, nor a revelation from the head of the Church making the change.